Las Vegas casinos have all sorts of sneaky tricks they use to take your money. These are 25 ways that they scam you. So I'm here in my comped private villa, and this is another way casinos trick you into spending more money, because when they're giving you these awesome comps like this, it makes you feel like it's okay to gamble a bunch of money because you're going to get some of it back, or in your mind it might be like you're getting all of it back in the form of comps. And I've heard countless people say that, oh, with my wins and losses and all the comps I get, it all evens out over time. Well, I call bullshit, because this $4 billion casino was not built on everything evening out over time, and the law of large numbers proves that the casinos will end up the winner. Now, don't get me wrong, I love getting comps like this awesome villa, but the casinos make sure that your comps are less than the money you're losing. So in the end, they always end up the winner. What the hell are these people doing in my villa? The first way that they scam you is they no longer give out change at the ticket redemption machines. And in order to get your pocket change, you have to take your tiny little ticket to the cashier and give them to give you coins for that. Now, almost nobody does this because it's a pain in the ass, and then that just ends up being the casino's money. Have you ever noticed that the layout of these Las Vegas casinos are super confusing and it's really easy to get lost in them? Well, this is no accident. They make sure there's no straight lines to the exit, and if you want to find an exit, you have to zig and zag all over the place, walking past many machines and many table games, every one of which is an opportunity for them to take more of your money if one of those catches your eye. This is one of many tricks they use to empty your wallet. And on the topic of layout and casino design, something else they do is they purposely make it so there's no natural light coming into the casino. There's no windows or natural light coming in from above, so you don't realize what time it is and that it's time for you to go to bed. And to also keep you from knowing what time it is, there's no clocks in the casino anywhere, nor on any of the machines. They want to keep you awake and keep you gambling as long as they can. Another really sneaky trick these casinos use is they A/B test their music like crazy to see which songs make people stay in the casino longer, which songs make people play the machines more and bet higher. And they test hundreds and hundreds of songs, and the very best performers become the playlist in the casino. You might notice that when you come to Las Vegas, a lot of the casinos are pretty chilly. So when you come here, I recommend that you bring a jacket or a sweatshirt to make sure you stay comfortable. But they're doing this on purpose because colder temperatures keep you awake. And I've noticed that later in the day, often the casinos get even cooler. Like as you would start to get more tired, well, then they turn the temps down even more to keep you awake and keep you gambling. I don't know if this one is true or not, but rumor has it these casinos pump extra oxygen in the building to keep you awake and keep you more alert. And again, this is one of their many tricks to keep you gambling, to take more of your money. Another trick that casinos use is they liquor you up and give you free caffeine. Now, I'm not hating on the casinos for this. This is actually one of my favorite things about coming to Las Vegas. I can play at low limits and get an unlimited number of free drinks. Oftentimes, well, depending on the casino, it's with top shelf liquor as well. So I really appreciate that. But I know that personally I do have to be careful, because after I reach a certain level of drunkenness, I care less about the money I'm betting, and I'm a lot looser with it, and I'm more likely to lose more money. So this is definitely not out of the kindness of their hearts that they provide free drinks and free caffeine to keep you awake and things like that. At the end of the day, it's just a way for them to take more of your money. Another dirty trick casinos use to empty your bank account is to disassociate you from your money. So if you go to a table game and you want to play blackjack, for example, you can't just put a $5 bill down or a $100 bill down. You're going to give them a $100 bill, and they're going to give you casino chips in exchange, because if you're playing with casino chips, instead of the cash that you're accustomed to using to making your everyday purchases, well, then you're going to be less careful with your money. And they use the same concept with slot machines. Like you put in a $100 bill into a slot machine, and then it shows up that you have 10,000 credits or 400 credits, depending on the denomination of the machine. And again, when it shows up as credits, you're more likely to spend your money more recklessly. And here's a little tip for you. If you click on the screen where it says 10,000 credits, well then that's going to change back to $100 so you can easily tell how much money you have in the machine. And another reason they print out that ticket for you instead of giving you cash when you're cashing out of a slot machine is because it makes it a little bit harder for you to get cash and walk out of the casino. It's just one more step, so they're hoping you find another slot machine that you stick that ticket in instead of cashing out and leaving. There's a similar concept here when cashing out chips after leaving a table game. So you have to take your chips to the cashier to get cash. However, if you take your chips to another table game, well then you can just keep on playing without any extra steps. And something else they do with the cashier is they locate it on purpose in the back of the casino, so you have to walk past a bunch of table games or past a bunch of slot machines in order to get your cash. And also at the cashier, once you get there, they purposely understaff it to make sure there's always a line. Because if there's a line, well then maybe that's a little bit of motivation you need to keep playing instead of turn your casino chips into cash and head out. Now there's a ton of ways slot machines scam you, and one of those ways is they use all sorts of tricks to try to get you to play max bet, like play max bet for a better chance of the bonus, play max bet to open up these extra lines, play max bet to have a chance at winning the grand jackpot. They use all sorts of things like this to try to get you to hit that max bet button, because if you do, it's easier for them to take your money faster. Another way slot machines scam you is rigged near misses. For example, I was playing this Buffalo Diamond machine earlier today, and on this machine and many other machines, the symbols that you need to hit the bonus games, the bonus free games, are more likely to appear on the earlier reels, which means the machine will have one of those bonus symbols show up, then it will start making a lot more noise as if you're about to hit a bonus or you have a big chance of winning. But the reality is, the moment you hit that spin button, the machine knew that that spin was a losing spin, but those bonus symbols appear anyway, and then the sounds get louder as if you're about to win, but in reality, sadly, no. Another sneaky tactic casinos use to take your money is that if you leave money in a machine, that money becomes property of the casino. So let's say, for example, you're at a machine where the minimum bet is 80 cents. Well, you spin and spin and spin, and then finally you have like 50 cents left and you can't spin again. Well, a lot of people just get up and leave. Well, if you do that, you're just donating 50 cents to the casino. Now, in fairness, technically someone could come behind you and start playing on the machine and they take your 50 cents, but legally speaking, it's property of the casino. Another way slot machines get you is they make all kinds of noise. Even if you're losing, it still makes it sound like you're winning. Like maybe you'll play one spin and that spin costs you $2 and then you win 50 cents. Well, it will make sounds as if you're winning, but really that spin lost you $1.50. But it's all kinds of psychological tricks like this that keep you playing, that keep that dopamine rush coming, that keep you wanting to continue hitting that spin button. And on the topic of slot machines making all sorts of sounds, that's also part of the atmosphere they try to create. There's all sorts of stimulants, flashing lights, loud noises, sounds like people are winning, attractive cocktail waitresses walking by. It's all part of this atmosphere that keeps you gambling and keeps you losing money. Another way they trick you into spending more money is instead of having a button like click this to bet $1, click this to bet $5, it's like this machine is a 5-cent denomination and you can play 8 credits, you can play 50 credits, and then it just gets really confusing really quickly. Like for example, I was at this machine that was a 10-cent denomination machine. However, on this 10-cent machine, the lowest bet you could possibly make was 80 cents. And if you click that max bet button that they really, really want you to click, you're betting $88 a spin. And when you do that, they are going to take your money very quickly. Another way they trick you into not knowing what time of day it is and keep you playing and keep you from getting tired is that no matter the time of the day, the atmosphere in the casino doesn't really change. Now, of course, the number of people in the casino changes, but what I'm talking about is the lighting, the music. That doesn't change much throughout the day. Now, sometimes later in the day, they'll increase the volume of the music to create more of a lively atmosphere that kind of feels more like a club or a lively bar or something. But other than that, it doesn't really change throughout the day, and the lighting is always staying the same. Another way casinos get you is they're changing the odds of a lot of the games you're playing. For example, they're doing this on roulette, they're doing this on blackjack, they're doing this on craps. On roulette, they're adding a third zero to a lot of the wheels, making the odds way worse for you. On blackjack, on a lot of the tables, they're changing the payout for a blackjack from 3 to 2 to 6 to 5. Now, if you don't know this lingo and don't know what this means for you, well, basically, with perfect play on blackjack, the casino advantage is going from 0.5% to 2%, or 4 times worse odds for you. And on craps, like they're changing the odds for the field bet and things like that. It seems like wherever they can get away with it, they're changing the odds to be in their favor, and I am not a fan of it. Something else casinos are promoting to take more of your money is by pushing their casino credit program. And basically what this is they're going to take a look at your bank account, and depending on your bank account, they might say, okay, we're going to give you a credit line of $5,000. And then you can take your player's card, put that into the machine, and activate, let's say, like 500 of that $5,000 and start playing with that. And then when you're done, you cash out a ticket, and then you put that ticket in another machine. So in this case, you're never dealing with cash. Now, if you use your casino credit at a table game, you take out what they call a marker. So let's say you take out a $500 marker, and then when you're done playing, you can pay back that marker, and they rip it up. But again, you're never touching the cash. So it's another way to disassociate you from your money and make you spend more. Something else a lot of slot machines do to scam you is they'll have some animation on the screen that gets added to as you play and play and play. And it makes you think that the bonus is getting closer to hitting. But on most of the machines like this, if you read the fine print in the rules, it will say something like, coins being added to this pot have zero effect on when the bonus pays out.